Okay, let's come back to, because I wanted to talk about marriage, but now we've understood exactly the dynamics that happen in your marriage. But let's come back to you being part of your neighborhood and being part of being able to give back. Now, I noticed that a lot of good boys, many of them, they seem to get into a lot of vices. And I'd like to just hear your own opinion about that. You know, smoking, drugs, and it's almost as if they don't have any options. I mean, in your view, what do you think the parental part of it? Do you think parents are doing enough to prevent young people from getting into these vices, especially in the kind of neighborhoods that you've seen and been exposed to?
Okay, well, for me, you know, it's just good to be realistic. Most of these boys are idle. Do you understand?
Right.
And when I mean idle, go now. When I mean idle, I mean what you understand as idle might not be another person's. You understand?
Right.
These people that you say are smoking, me, you know, in my neighborhood, all this giving that we are doing and all that I was doing it on a small scale for more than 10 years before I now, you understand? Because I noticed all these young boys, you will see a boy of 24, he already has 2 kids from 2 different girls. Do you understand? So
Right.
he has to look for money to feed them, and people promise them things. Do you get? People come and say to you, Morayo, your mom, Princess, is so strict now. Do you go out at all? You say, no. Do you even go to the movie? No. Come now, let's just chill outside. We're not going far. And then they say, oh, taste this. And I say, no, I don't drink. No, I'm not saying you should get drunk. Oh, I'm just saying, just take a little. And, you know, your mom does not have to know, you know, and then parents, there's something I was thinking about yesterday. Our parents, even though they tried, they raised us and all that, I would tell you, our generation, we are the ones that did the most. You know why? We were made to live for our parents, meaning we were made to, like, you have to be perfect so that your parents will not be insulted. Do you understand?
Right.
There are dreams that they couldn't achieve, those things that were not possible then, that we were able to achieve. We had to do it and be perfect. For our generation, we have to be good examples. For the coming generations, you can see they don't seem to even have any direction. We also have to stand in gap as big brothers and sisters. So we are overloaded with too many things. So people are stressed. I always tell people are going through too much. We are putting too much responsibilities on people. And when some people, instead of them to break or crumble, they just go into a shell and dig into something and pick up these vices, so that they, how do I say, they have a way, a place to express their steam. Should I say that steam, just let it go. Do you understand? So our parents had good environment, thriving environment, even though they were saying it's not to go. We didn't when we're growing, okay, fine. Now that we are adults, that we can say, oh, let me drink in moderation. No, we can't, because we are now saddled with the responsibility of being the responsible children that our parents raised, being responsible ourselves, being an example to our generation, now being mentors to these ones that don't seem to know where they are going.
Talking about mentorship, are you mentoring young people in any way, in any capacity? Let me tell you why I'm asking this question. Because we see a lot of young people doing abortions. A lot of people, a lot of young girls doing things that parents have no idea. And I know, because your ears are on the ground, you're there. Help us see, or help us understand a few things that you hear about young people getting involved in, that you can help some people today.
First thing, come on now, that you people don't like talking about, that I now see on the internet. When I was talking about this thing in 2007, people came at me, they attacked me in Muson Center, saying it's okuso, that this is rubbish. Incest, sexual relationships between family, people related by blood. In Mende and Surulere, we have the highest numbers. Every day. Listen, can you hear the truth? Do you want me to? You cuckoo know me.
Yes.
You asked me to talk because I'm with these people every day. At least 4 to 5 kids are being raped And when I was talking about this and trying to talk to parents, that look, when your children are talking to you about things, listen and try and take action. They will tell me, Auntie Princess, don't say that. Oh, he's only a child that the devil is living in him, a witch or that will be thinking. I'm like, how dumb can you be? You don't even listen to them. There's a difference between, yeah, I'm hearing you. Mommy, I'm hearing you. Are you listening? If you see these people, the people that I can't say that I'm mentoring them, because most of them say, Mommy, people, they don't even know I'm young. I say, how old do you think I am? They'll be saying, Mommy, because they can talk to me. What's your reaction, Morayo? As a mom, as a friend, what is your reaction? A lot of people are judgmental. I don't judge nobody. If you like, be gay, be bisexual, be anti-sexual, be heterosexual, could say it to call me. Do you understand? I want to know the stuff you're made of as a human being. I want to know your value. I don't want to judge you. A lot of us judge. People judge too much. Parents, can we chill out? Can you people just calm down? When a child is saying something to you, your reaction is going to say a lot. People overreact. Kiniko, one girl at 18 already had up to 8 abortions in this Iwaya. 8 abortions. Even prostitutes in the area were cursing her that this is too much. Do you understand? But the thing is, the doctors they go to that do this abortion, maybe they are human beings. They are human beings now. So parents, when people are telling you stuff sometimes, I don't think all these things will work. When I was talking to parents, 2007, 2000, I have a program, Incest Month. When I ask people to come out if you've been abused by your uncle or your dad, so that we will look for a way, you understand, to counsel you one. And if it's an ongoing one, look for a way to stop it. People were telling me I should not do that. There was a huge crowd at Muson when I had this program. People were telling me, Princess, this is not the kind of program you should be doing, and all that and all that. You don't want to talk about it. Do you know if it's happening to your daughter? Let's talk about it so we can address it.
But Princess,
how do you think I now feel? How do you think I feel when I now see on the internet every day a 34-year-old man raped a 2-year-old, a 3? I feel bad because we could have stopped all these things. You people didn't want to talk about it. You say it's too dirty. Shebi, you are binding it. Some people say they reject it in Jesus' name. They'll say, I also be lying. You can't bind what is happening. It is happening. Do you get? It's so bad now. Do you know we've caught people, pedophiles, that will tell you, oh, I didn't rape her. I just used my finger. These are the people that we've been living with, that have been trying to tell people, open your eyes. Open your eyes. It's not your megad you should be afraid of. It's your younger brother, your twin brother that is abusing your daughter. It is your dad that is abusing your son. This is how this thing became. Now it has escalated. You know why? If somebody is abusing a family member and they see that maybe the family member has been able to extricate themselves from the immediate environment, they begin to prey on people around. That's why you're hearing all these things now. You get? And then you know the one that annoys me most is when a child is abused and I stand up for the child and approach the parents to help. Halfway, the mother will just call, Auntie Princess, don't worry. We've decided to settle it in the family. What are you talking about? That person is going to leave your family and abuse someone else outside. This is what I've been telling people. I'm so heartbroken that it's now that we are looking for ways to curb all these things. We've been talking about it. I have been talking about it for 13 good years. No, I started in 2005. So this is the 15th year. There are videos online.
You said something about lesbianism and all that, but you see, in Nigeria, it's something that is not an acceptable way of life here. So if somebody hears someone like you saying you don't judge them, they're thinking, are you saying you condone it in any way, or you're accepting who they are? Because Nigeria that we live in, people say, no, we don't want that in this country.
Are you deceiving? Is it me? You are deceiving or yourself. You know why me? I wouldn't care what they think about me or what they will say. I nearly lost my life last year. June, July. I was in accident and emergency loot. I know how many people were rushed in and came out dead. So at this point, really, kill a fish. Whether you couldn't go where. The thing is, I was harassed in 1997 by a lady in Surulere. And I remember vividly that I reported because I was in the movie industry already then. It was only, what's his name? Aquila and Jama. I can't forget. that even said, babe, all of them were saying, where it take happen? I said, I beg, we could hear what? Do you understand what I'm saying? Even that day, my own friends, I don't want to mention them because they're all big actors now and everything. But Aquila was like, come on, did this thing happen? I was shaking. This lady, we went for an audition. And then if you go for audition, they will tell you to go and wait for hours for the results to be pasted. So she approached me and said, oh, my house is just down the road. You know, if you just want to chill and take, I said, okay, let's take a stroll. So that is why I always tell some people, when you tell your kids, if you're in company of men, it's not only men that can abuse somebody. So we got to our house down the road, and I entered. I was feeling, I've always been a tomboy. Me, I just sat down, I was gisting. She now asked me, what do I feel about lesbianism? I said, I'm indifferent. It doesn't concern me. Is it my body? You understand? Until this gets started doing like snake. Kilo day. I was like, my sister. She now said, the way she was, and me, I was like, before the thing now,
like that.
I said, please. And when we came in, she locked the door. They had a small gate. So I said, why are you locking her? She said, I know that, one needs to be security conscious. And I agreed to lock the gate. Morayo, I nearly wee-weed on myself.
Oh.
She said, hey, now, I should calm down. I said, my sister, okay, you know what? We are waiting for the result of the audition. Let's just throw back. When we get the results, we can always come back. She was like, am I sure that I have a beautiful body?
What did she do exactly? Oh, please, I'm not on television now. We don't have to mute anything.
Yeah, she grabbed and rubbed me. She was like, oh my God. I was like,
grabbed
my church people might be watching this thing.
Okay.
I was like, what is the meaning of? I said, no, please, let's go. She now said, okay. So as we were going, I was breathing like this. When I got there, I called my friends, because all my friends are guys.
Yeah.
Guys, see what happened though. And this lady, they said, I should calm down now. I said, I'm not joking. They said, it was only Aquila and Jama that said, do you know it's possible? He now called me, said, okay, so what happened? I now explained. He now said, can I point at the lady when I pointed at her? He said, really, this fine girl? I said, yes. Do you get? I was so shaking. 1997. So some of those people that I told them, we now come now and say, I can't believe it. My there is game. And please go and sit down. Go and stay somewhere. You people don't. My mom used to say something that to avoid drowning, you have to be cautious when water gets to your ankle. Nigerians will always wait when the flood is already mid-region, is on your navel, you might drown. When the water is past your ankle, you should beware, you might drown. We always wait till last minute. It's now they will be shouting, somebody is gay, somebody is, what do they call? There's one they call now, I want to remember, the one that 3 people are in a relationship. It's not even 2 now. You will never know. If I say something, you say you don't know. I thank God Alaja is not here. If Alaja was here now, if Nima was here, he will say, I don't start again. If 3 people, they call it something, I will remember the name. 3 people will be in a relationship.
Somebody will put it out now. Somebody will put it out.
So these things is what now, because of the way we scandalize these things, when these young people start these things, they are not able to confide in you to even know whether they are going the right way or the wrong way. So who did they confide in? They talk to people who are free with them. And the people who are free with them give them advice based on their own experiences, and that's what they roll with. Do you understand? So it's not all about your pastor's daughter or your pastor's wife. If you know the amount of cannabis your pastor's wife is smoking, you will not sleep this night.
Hey, Princess, you started. Don't come and break table here.
You okay? I think.
Why would the pastor's wife take cannabis? On what basis?
Look at this one. Murayo, you can fall my hand. The people, now let me tell you something again. The people who patronize, who buy cocaine the most, are people who are doing these white collar jobs now. Do you know how expensive cocaine is? You think cocaine is all this gum, hashish, all this loud, black mamba, scoring, euphoria. You think that's it? It's like you don't know how it's going on the road, though. Cocaine is very expensive, gone. You think cocaine is something you can, a small boy can just afford? Hey, Morayo is somebody that have money and clouds in the area of food and beverages and fruits. Somebody that can eat fruit of 6,000 naira.
But how does that connect to pastor's wife? Yeah, but how is that pastor's wife?
Is the people that pastor's wife, anybody, the people you think are mentoring your kids. You know, we like our pastors to mentor. You don't know what the pastor is up to. If you take a child for deliverance, for instance, and she's telling you, Mommy, I will change. Please don't make me go back to that church. You will say, it's the evil spirit that is talking through her. Do you know what she's going through? Do you know what the pastor is doing to her? Even the deaconess that is arranging girls codedly to satisfy her husband.
Princess, where are you getting all this from?
What do you mean? Okay, you know what? The problem. The problem is, you now, where you work, look at your office, AC on the floor, in the toilet, everywhere. Me, I'm on the streets every day, relating and talking to these people. You understand? So, some things that I see when I want to sleep at night, sleep will not come unless I take sleeping pills. If I take you out one day, Damoraya, come and see something. Come to main day. If you don't faint, call me a bastard.
Jesus Christ.
So if I take you to a place in Mende or Surulere a year, Damoraya, come and see life. Come. You won't be able to sleep. Do you get? So a lot of people that are doing drugs started with just to see how it feels, but they didn't have people to set them right because they can't discuss it with their parents because they are engrossed in being good people. You can be good people and your children will turn out bad. If you feel being a good person is the only thing that matters, they will be afraid because they feel they cannot measure up to your expectations. Do you understand? And I'm not sorry to say it. Our generation, it's like we were brought up, we were bred very well, especially the females. So it's difficult for somebody to meet up to our expectations. So the children are afraid that they can't meet up. Your niece will be like, I can't be as brilliant as auntie. You understand? Because the books that you read in school are not, you didn't read to pass. You read to understand a lot of things. If I'm put with people, with aeronautic engineers today, I will be able to speak with them. If I sit down with medical doctors or teachers, the children nowadays, they just cram what they need to cram for the exam and pass. In our own time, it was not like that. You were to read and keep reading. Do you understand? They're already feeling inferior, these children. So they are doing gum. You know they are doing gum. Gum and sock away. You know.
What's that? How was it there? So you smell it. You be smelling sock away.
Right.
No. I heard about when you smell sock away. I'll hear, come and get high on that. How is that
when
possible?
You open there's a small part of sock away where they put iron. If you remove that iron and that small sack there, you'll be seeing fumes coming out. You can smoke that thing.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Well, you've started.
Eh? Me sock away.
I saw one guy, they put his video on the Insta blog that he was picking from somebody's dustbin. I saw people commenting. He picked sanitary pads. And they said, what do you want to use it for? I want to use it for money ritual. You can smoke those things now.
Holy Spirit.
Look at Murayo. She should keep quiet because this is your interview now. You sabi. You can smoke it when it's dry. Because there is blood inside now. Blood is powerful now. Why are you doing like this?
So
when it's dry and you light and you smoke it and you put it together, there's this thing you use. I have one. I can show you. If I show you now, you think I'm smoking. Let me just keep my mouth. There's this round, small, like a small incest burner.
Mm.
There are some that have like, you can attach a small pipe to that. When this thing is coming out, it will come out from there. You can easily inhale it. Anything that will make you high. It's not everybody that can afford cocaine. Are you with me? It's not everybody. And even now, Seth, because of dollar, price of drugs have gone up.
But Princess, when you see these kind of people, don't you call the police or something?
Okay. If I call the police because I see a young person smoking igbo or whatever, all the young people that you see that are coming to meet me to tell me, oh, auntie, how can I stop this thing? How would they trust me? So what I do is, I first off, my first question, if you ask any one of them, if not that we already started the interview, if we are at the bus stop, I would have gone to some people and interviewed them so that you will see. What? Kini? Which one are you taking today? You ask them. You first know why they went into it in the first instance. Some of them, when they made small money, maybe from when they finished school and were able to get jobs easily, do you understand? They put themselves here. So when they couldn't sustain that lifestyle due to the loss of the job, they begin to mix up with miscreants who can get it at cheaper rates. Are you with me? They are from well-to-do homes. But it's just like you love wearing Gucci. Then one day, maybe your cleaner in the office, you notice, she has Gucci. Where did you get it from? She said, there's a way she gets it cheap. And you know that your own is expensive and you can't afford it anymore. But you want to keep up the morayobrown, whatever. You know, so that's what happens. Now, some of them, it's actually their parents that drove them into it unconsciously. When you tell a child, do not jump over this fence, let me tell you, the moment you leave, they want to jump. You have to be explicit, which is what a lot of parents don't have time. A lot of people tell me that. You know what parents tell me? They tell me that, Princess, you like talking now. I don't have time for talk. That's the problem. If you say don't jump, first day, second day, call, Morayo, don't jump this fence. Their face will change. I've heard you, man. Do you know why I say you shouldn't jump it? Come and see. See Tokwe. This is her video. She jumped this fence last week. She fell down, broke her arm, her head split into two. She's still in the hospital. Do you get? Now, on the side of this fence, they are doing barbecue. But if you jump, the barbecue is just made with dry pepper. It's not sweet. So at the end of the day, it's not worth it. Let the person know.
No.
But you walk on somebody, don't jump. One day, somebody will encourage them to jump. And the person will, because the person wants to bring them in, the person will make the other side enticing. And from that time, they begin to jump. They jump from chair, jump from table, jump from iron, jump from tall line. You know, if I can't say this thing, if I say this thing, they will say I'm a Christian. Christians should not say it. So those things that you can't say to your children, outsiders can say it to them. Do you understand? And this idea of people saying, because I'm the man of the house, all I have to do is provide for my family, that is also a problem as well. Do you understand? I'm not married, you understand? But I'll tell you that marriage is one of the best institutions you can ever be in. If the partnership is working, if you're providing for your family and you're leaving the parenting of your children, proper parenting, to your wife alone, it's not good. There's always repercussions. There are some things your daughter would rather tell her dad than tell you.
Right.
There are some things your daughter would rather tell you than tell her dad. Now, it doesn't mean you won't still tell her dad or the dad won't tell you. But both of you can come together and decide how to tackle it going forward.
Right.
But if your husband just says, why? I have a friend, I was asking him, when is what class is your daughter? And he said, what's my business with that? My own is just to pay school fees. I don't need to know my children's school. I don't know the assignment. I said, really? This is how people are living now. You think money is everything? No. People need to feel themselves. People are lonely. But you don't know because you feel you've given them Netflix, you've given them this, you give them everything. But they need you, contacts, talk, companionship. So since you can't provide that for your kids, you're busy chasing money, they will get it from outsiders.